I want to talk about an odd incident that happened earlier today where some Bitcoin maximalists tried to blame Brad Garlinghouse and the Bitcoin cryptocurrency guys for the FTX crisis. I also want to show why XRP and Ripple are so terrifying to Bitcoin maximalists. I also want to talk about some really strange evidence that I recently dissolved that blatantly shows that the SEC has never had the authority to go after cryptocurrencies since day one. Finally, guys, I want to show you something very strange that will occur over the course of the next few days near the end of the film. Welcome to XRP Insider. We provide the latest news on XRP Ripple. To stay updated with exciting news, please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. To know more, please watch till the end. Gary Gensler, the SEC, asserts that the regulations are clear and that they should control the cryptocurrency market, but it appears that their own statute contradicts this. It has to do with the Ripple swell people. You'll want to find out where the speakers are because they'll be there. The channel appreciates your support as always, and if you want to see more movies like this, be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons down below and turn on bell alerts. These 3 simple actions will significantly help this channel grow. And I recognize their significance. If you're ever looking for a good site to buy some XRP, take a look at the link for support in the description below. After saying that, let's begin the video, which I hope you all enjoy. You don't want to miss the incredible promotion that Moo is running right now, so Uphold, which is my preferred exchange and a fantastic way to buy and sell XRP, is a must. Your chances of winning up to 15 free stocks and a share of Tesla have just about doubled if you sign up for Moo right away using the link in the video description. Woohoo will also immediately deposit $10 into your account. Additionally, Moodle has some really cool features, including real-time level-to-market data, cutting-edge charting capabilities, and a great way to visualize a company's finances. However, gentlemen, take advantage of this chance to get your free stocks. Let's get started, guys. Immediately after purchasing your $10, sign up for Moo using the link in the video description. And I want to start off this video by talking about something really ridiculous that happened earlier today. Therefore, this morning there was a really important Twitter conversation that featured many well-known figures in the Bitcoin industry. In essence, they were talking about the enormous explosion that thinking causes. They were really just debating what they knew and giving their perspectives on what happened. Brad Garlinghouse then abruptly materialized. Naturally, I was quite pleased to see Brad Garlinghouse join all of these other industry experts in warning us about how dubious Ripple and XRP are. None of these charges, however, have come to pass over time. I, therefore, knew right once that once Brad Garlinghouse joined these people, we would seriously trash him, and that's precisely what we got, guys. Brad Garlinghouse started talking about the FX issue as soon as he took the microphone. They simply began asking him the most absurd questions. Questions such as, "Hey Brad, do you think this is a huge issue, or part of it? How much XRP does that Ripple contain? Hey Brad, do you think that XRP being widely used makes it security?" Guys, the questions were absolutely ridiculous. At the time, the ICEX explosion was the most talked about issue on Twitter, and Brad Garlinghouse's response to their accusations was simply spectacular. He essentially said, "Look, while we're one of the only cryptocurrency companies in the entire industry providing real transparency, we're not required to give you our XRP market data. We follow suit because we consider it to be ethically right. And it's really absurd that we get so much backlash for being honest. In accordance with the standards you set for this sector, you conceal the amount of Ethereum that the consensus holds and provide individuals like Joe Lubin a pass. This shows you guys that while appearing to have no intentions, these well-known cryptocurrency figures do, and they will do anything to undermine Ripple. And it all comes down to how afraid they are of XRP and Ripple. These people are aware of the power of Ripple and XRP. They are also aware that any solution to our financial system must include XRP as a crucial element. These people can't bear the concept that XRP is improving our financial system in all these ways, yet Bitcoin is probably unable to do so given its current stage of development. And because of that, these people must contribute so much volume. These people are debating the need for transparency and disclosure on Twitter before attacking Brad Garlinghouse for doing the same thing. These people are apparent hypocrites and cannot be trusted. Furthermore, you should take everything someone says seriously if they criticize Ripple in a pointless way, since it suggests that they are not on your side. All they care about is pumping their own bags. People, let me now call your attention to another crucial part of this. And I think it's kind of important. On this live broadcast, gentlemen, Bitcoin Crypto was essentially revealing what he had learned using FTX. He had learned some seriously important information relating to facts. After listening to Bitcoin Crypto in this interview, I just want to draw attention to the fact that he was quite professional and was essentially discrediting their claims. The second bit lad, on the other hand, began talking about the items he discovered on the Bitcoin Max and then began mentioning certain currencies he had pumped about 3 years prior. He basically said, "Yeah, I supported these tokens because I honestly thought they were amazing. I was naive and I screwed up. I no longer run promotions because I'm moving on." And the main reason I brought this up is that I find it amusing that they put the Bitcoin cryptocurrency into this Twitter setting and wanted to talk about the things he learned on FTX. By immediately attacking his reputation and attempting to call into question the validity of the claims he is making, it demonstrates how stupid these people are and how willing they are to do anything to support their own narrative. These Bitcoin maxes should be avoided at all costs, if I may say something even more absurd. And that is the fact that I received an SG grade from the SEC, which is higher than Exxon's, and the leadership and governance category with a score of 50. You guys have to realize that this has absolutely nothing to do with the environment. The SEC found that FX had a superior leadership program after comparing ethics leadership, excellence leadership, and Exxon's leadership. FTX, according to the article, was a Ponzi scheme. Exxon is also regarded as one of the most trustworthy oil companies in the entire world. It only serves to highlight the SEC's ignorance of internal affairs, their willingness to say anything in exchange for payment, and the fact that their actions have nothing to do with defending you. And if you're wondering why none of this has been looked into so far, I'm not sure either. Various orbs, including Warren Davidson, have frequently asserted that they need a House majority to fully investigate Gary Gensler. However, based on what I understand, they don't. And the idea that justice requires a particular political party to be in power is something I just don't understand. That's not how things ought to work. Justice ought to exist because it is right and proper to do so. And I simply abhor the idea that we must cast our votes a certain way in order to hold certain members of our government accountable, even though they shouldn't be. And I recognize that it might not be a reasonable expectation given where our culture is at the moment. Simply put, that is not how things work. But it is disgusting. It shouldn't function in this way. Thankfully, it looks like our family will be awarded the house. Since I want to discuss something very interesting regarding what the SEC actually has control over, the guys had better really act on this. If all of this is simply talk and no real action is taken to look into Gary Gensler or any of these other matters, such as the Took problem, that would be so embarrassing, gentlemen, and they would lose so much faith in us on this front. If you'll take notice when Gary Gensler and the SEC talk about their respective legal authorities, it seems like they have it all. However, Congress may have drawn a broad picture. Gary Gensler frequently asserts that the SEC may actually have power over any particular market. When you examine the real guidelines, it becomes incredibly intriguing to learn what authority the SEC actually has over men. The SEC may not even be able to have control over cryptocurrencies, which is the only thing that seems to be truly definite. View this, would you? According to an interpretive statement the SEC issued in 1958, Congress did not intend for tickets, token certificates, and stamps to be under the SEC statute's jurisdiction. Guys, this is basically the SEC saying that they don't have the power to regulate tickets, tokens, and certificates. The SEC, on the other hand, argues that it is obvious and clear that they should have the power to control digital tokens. The SEC claims that they are completely aware of their inability to control physical tokens in this situation. But it quickly becomes clear that digital tokens have total control. Guys, it is completely absurd. It shows that the SEC isn't even clear about its position on the matter. And all of Gary Gene's derogatory and deceptive assertions that it is evident that we rule the crypto community are wrong. Gary Gensler is only making an effort to compel it to exist. However, one senator stated during a hearing that Gary Gensler would have taken more action by now if he honestly believed he had influence over the Bitcoin business. This merely helps to show that he hasn't been able to maintain his promises despite making a lot of them. And because this is so amazing, even Gary Gensler, in my opinion, is aware that the Bitcoin market is outside of his purview. I only want to display this to you to conclude this video. Every year, a Ripple swell is coming. This time of year is incredibly exciting. From November 16th through November 16th to November 17th, it occurs. The event will also feature speakers from MasterCard, Bank of America, and Amazon Web Services. How many individuals are curious about if these big businesses are aware of cryptocurrencies? Naturally, it's true. The guidelines are being awaited. I really hope this is where we hear something amazing. We won't simply because of his lawsuit. I have a feeling we'll have to wait until all the important announcements are made after the case is concluded. In any event, it is still quite interesting to watch this develop and to see who is raising awareness of it. It illustrates how all of these companies will eventually work with Ripple and use XRP to transfer money internationally.